Content warning. This is a horror game and not intended for all audience. Please visit our website if you need a specific list of content warnings. This also contains flickering image effects as well as a parallax effect that on rare occasions causes motion sickness in players. If either of these effects cause health issues, you can disable them in game's preferences.
Exactly. You heathens destroyed the most beautiful thing that ever was, and ever will be.
Greetings and salutations everyone, I'm Ekamac, this is Let's Play Slay the Princess. In the last episode, I don't know where we started, but I believe at the end of it we did actually get to the Fury. The thing is that I don't feel like there's any reason I'll ever come back to this one, so we might as well get all the knowledge that we can from doing so.
I can't say I have much sympathy for you. You're being too generous. You did get us killed. Alright, enough chatter. Okay, great, you're listening. If your thing is telling us about the princess, don't waste your breath. Look, if the world around you is changing,
no matter what happens, it seems our answers are at the captain. So I'll try not bringing the knife and giving up, and I'll try bringing the knife and giving up, but after we've seen anything else, I'm probably going to just jump for the save that I made at the end of the last episode.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path. That's it. No final words of advice? I'd rather not waste any more time. If there's still a princess at the cabin, I'll cut it out, will you?
Proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is a place that feels long forgotten, but that is how it was. Now there is a growth that has overtaken it. That's horrible. You did this. The only furniture of note is a pulsating pedestal. The blade is your implement.
You didn't mention the mirror last time. Why?
Mirror? There is no mirror. We've done this already. Try to keep up the... I don't know what to tell you. What are you trying to say exactly? He thinks we've lost it. That's an unnecessarily melodramatic way to describe a hallucination. It went away after we touched it last.
Approach the mirror.
You step forward and approach the door to the basement. It really is just like last time. Smash it. Smash it to pieces. Don't you want to know what we'll see in there? Now, with him. Do whatever you want with...
Wipe the mirror.
Reach forward and drag your hand across the door, as if on command. It slowly slides open. Why am I not surprised? You step forward into the darkness. The stairs leading down to the basement are at once both narrow and grandiose. The high vaulted ceiling stretches up into a
narrow because of the adversary's influence, grandiose because of towers.
The air is thick, its odour an oppressive violence. Her voice, a bellowing rage, roars up the stairs.
Was severing the tendons of my ascension not enough for you? Come, see the horrors you see how you...
She's so angry with us. You've got to stop thinking about her like that. She's not some untouchable god. Whatever she is now, it doesn't matter what we are. If I might interject...
Continue down the stairs.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. The chamber's walls are painted in blood, a deep, sickening red that drips down in clotted streams onto the charred corpses that make up its floor. The princess stands in its centre, muscles flayed and bare.
Wait, is that what all of these... I thought they were plants. They're supposed to be burned corpses. Yikes.
Do you know what I'm going to do to you?
There's not so much a moment of hesitation before she steps forward. Her chains pull, and then, with a nauseating sound, the skin tears. It plops, she is loose, and she is coming for you. Let her end it. Screw that. We can win. We don't even have a weapon. It doesn't matter. I refuse to go out any way that isn't kicking and screaming.
Let her end you.
You stand with a horrifying squelch. No, that's our stuff. She can't just do that. She just did.
You should all just be grateful she's decided to keep us alive.
We're not out for the count just yet. But we didn't even bring a weapon.
Yes, because we knew it was over.
No weapon this time? It's almost as if you were planning on dying here. As if I'd grant you such a mercy. No, we're going to make this last forever. Let's see how deep we need to dig to find the defiant little spark of your soul. This will hurt you.
Something infiltrates you. Though you do not see it, you feel it, slithering into your disaster of a body, seeping into the gaps between your molecules. The body of a sapient creature had one of those...
Okay, this is very much the same as last time.
Yes? Then two. This is nothing.
Whatever is happening to
120.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
I've 16,000. You can't just 130. What happens when I get nothing?
But something is happening now.
1 million.
Are you still there?
2 million 9. I don't like
Waiting for something to happen.
16,700.
Are you still there?
There's the
We can't handle it.
260. It doesn't. You are deconstructed. You are reconstructed. Does you even mean anymore? You means we exist.
You're right about...
Are you still there?
Yes. The ball is unraveled into the shape of a body.
Are you still there?
No. Yes. You are stretched into a line.
Are you?
Yes. 6. No. And then, all at once, there is a great... You are whole again. And in your body.
It's all hollow. I ripped you to pieces. I am forever a piece.
There's nothing else to say?
We're so different. How could I ever hope for you to
She stands.
But perhaps there is a way to grant you understanding.
You are unwrapped. But it's different this time. Nothing slithers threads. Strands.
Okay, so that didn't work out. Please just listen to me.
No. I don't care about your words. I care about getting my pound of flesh.
She bounds across the room, her with a horrifying No, that's our stuff. She just did.
You should all...
We're not out for that. But we didn't even bring a weapon.
Yes.
No weapon this time.
Okay, one more attempt. Fight back.
Still unarmed. It's now or... With a horrifying No, that's our stuff. She can't just do that. She just did.
You should all...
But we didn't even bring a weapon.
Yes.
No, but let's see how...
Okay, so this is just going... This is locked in place. You have to bring the sword. Take the blade.
For the good.
Approach the mirror.
You step... Your ear smashed. Don't you want to... Now. Do whatever... You bring your fist, crash as if on command. Why am I not... You step forward. The stairs, the air is thick. It's owed her voice.
Was severing the see.
She's... But it doesn't... If I... You make your way to the chambers with the prince.
Do you know?
There's not so much a moment then. With a noise.
So yeah, you're basically locked in to succumb if you don't bring the blade, so clearly we need the blade here.
Pulls her. She is loose. Let her end it. It's the punishment. Screw that. We can win. We've done it before and we'll do it again. Only this time we'll make it out the other side. Hell, she's practically done most of the work for us.
What happened to you?
Time happened. You happened. But none of that matters. We're together.
She bounds across the room with a horrifying squelch. You are unwound. No, that's our stuff. She just did.
You should all just...
We're not out.
You damn cheater, give me my insides back. We can talk ourselves back from this sledge.
But the words don't leave your metaphorical mouth. Instead, all that leaves you is a wet and horrible gurgling as tissue vibrates out of place. Our metaphorical mouth.
You don't have the means to speak anymore, do you? How tragic. It is tragic, though, isn't it? I'm not satisfied dividing fear and indignation from your eyes alone. A quivering mound of flesh is no companion.
She snaps her fingers, and the basic form of a vocal system assembles before you.
Now, little bird, What was it you wanted to tell me?
We have to stop hurting each other.
Hurting each other? You've already taken my capacity for pain. You're the only thing left that hurts here.
Just submit already.
Interesting. Seize control of your broken body, lay waste to your foe. Okay, let's submit.
Yes, it is hopeless. This is what we deserve.
Pathetic. I can't believe...
Let's see how deep we need to dig to find...
Something...
Okay, so yeah, there must be something more to this. It must be because I'm willing to bet that it ties to going from adversary to fury.
The body of a sapient creature
Although, a towering heart, wounded and alone, one that's familiar to you if not distant. Yes, see me as I had to see you. You do, you see a towering heart, wounded and alone, one that is familiar to you if distant.
No, this isn't right. I feel cold.
Weird that this one is different. Like, why didn't we have this one in the first place? Anyway, actually finding... Here.
She sounds genuine. They always do in the end.
It's cold, but I'm going to be okay, right?
You don't get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave because memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
It's gonna be okay, just trust me. We've been here before, you always get
It
scared.
feels so bad. Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess. You don't need to comfort them.
I'll see you on the other side, it's gonna be okay.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. Maybe there'll be a good fight there. Whatever makes you happy.
Approach. You approach the mirror. Gaze into the reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you do need to see what's in it. You've withered. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing.
What do you think of this vessel?
This one is desecration. She placed the weight of her agony on you, yet it is she who unwound herself. There is passion and empathy buried under her unfeeling skin. She will make for a weathered heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally found peace.
I'm still gonna kill you when we're done with this.
If that remains your choice when all is said and done, then you may try. But know that I do not wish you harm. even if you attempt to destroy me.
How many more vessels do you need?
We will know when we near our destination.
So at least 2 left. I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Everything went dark as you die.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay her.
Have you considered maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked
While
up?
I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, and before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Silently continue to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost into the blade. Is your
Let's just put down something to work with. Yeah, let's go for this one. It looks new. Take the blade.
Take the blade from the table.
Into the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. Don't let it fool you.
Hey, I think I'm here to kill you.
Oh, are you now?
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She's so coldly beautiful. Focus on the task at hand.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
Yeah, it wasn't a joke.
I know. You brought a knife with you and everything.
She makes a compelling point. Don't you dare. It's fine.
Tighten your grip.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and
You poor thing.
you step forward. Your
Oh? No talking then? Fine. I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? So, you should just...
She's unarmed.
Slay the princess.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh. This is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
It's like she's convinced she can't die. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
That was too easy.
Over. Don't get all worked up. We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse? I really don't think you should do that. And why shouldn't we? I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy.
You're right, let's just get out of here.
Exactly. It's over.
The fact that those two options were sometimes grayed out for me makes me wonder what could be hidden through here.
With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. Why do I feel like we've done something terrible? You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
Leave.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away. What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
That's bullshit. Let me out of here.
What's done is done. And there's no going back now. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days, or months, or years, or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. Psst. Hey, we're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
Hell no. Do you have any idea how to get us the heck out of here?
I do, but you're probably not going to like it. The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this. I can hear everything you say, little voice. He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare.
Anything to get out of this hell.
Thank you. I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough? Fine. Whatever. For the first time since the princess's body is dust and bones. Though the blade, you pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you...
Okay, that didn't quite go how I was. That really didn't do what I thought would. I thought that there'd be something once we got back down, but that's why we took this safety.
You take the blade. Her voice. She's don't let it.
I'm here to kill you.
Walk down. She's focus on the task.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
Yeah, it wasn't a joke.
She makes it. Don't you dare. It's fine.
Tighten grip.
You ignore the trap.
You poor...
You step forward.
Oh? No, I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason. So, you...
She's unarmed.
Slay the princess.
You lunge forward without. You feel.
Oh, this is it. I'm almost... Do you actually...
It's like yes, but it's over. Is it over?
I feel like she has to have some kind of trick up her sleeve.
We should make sure. I really and why I've told.
Check for a pulse.
You lean down and place your hand against her neck. Hold it. We definitely won't. I'm sorry. Do you want her to be alive? Wait. What was that? You know what that was. That was the sound of a heartbeat.
I guess I won't be dying alone after all.
Something sharp digs into your side. Quick, let's get out of here. It's too late for that now. You collapse to the ground as the mortally wounded princess twists a blade of her own deeper between your ribs. As you fall, she falls with you, exhausted by the effort, the little life that was left in her eyes fading rapidly.
An eye for an eye. A life for a life. See you around.
You were so close. Why did you hesitate? It doesn't matter. At least you managed to take her with you, for whatever that's worth. Everything goes dark, and you die. You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay her.
I already slew the princess. Sure, she also killed me, but I definitely got her. Why am I here again?
I can assure you that you didn't slay her, and that she didn't kill you. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
This whole thing's a crock of shit. She's just going to pull a knife out of nowhere and stab us again.
Stabbed to death?
Yeah, that's exactly what you told us last time. You said this whole thing would be easy, but after we sank our blade into her heart, she just got up and started stabbing us.
Calm down. I assure you she has no weapons, so there's no reason to fear her. You were made for this job. You'll do just fine.
Why should I bother?
Those are two very different questions, but fine. Let's say for a moment, you died last time. We mostly listened to you. How are we supposed to know she'd spring back to life? If she sprung back to life in this hypothetical scenario, then clearly you didn't slay her. But congratulations, you've been given a chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We stabbed the princess stabbed us, and now everyone's right back to where they started. Yes, but in this, had you failed to slay the princess?
Screw this. Who cares what happened to everyone else? She's not going to play fair, so
At least you know not to trust her, but you do realise that everything and everyone includes you, right? If you turn around and leave, you're dooming yourself as well as everyone else. We were so close to finishing the job last time. She can't get the jump on us twice. If we're careful, we should be fine.
that's the spirit.
Turn around and leave?
You have already committed.
She won't let us.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her.
It couldn't be more on the money. But we're really doing this, aren't we? I'd say you're lost, but I'm stuck here with you.
We know what to look out for this time. Just stay focused. The interior of the cabin is a jagged mess of warped wood and broken boards, their splintered edges as uninviting as shattered glass. The only furniture of note is a pointed table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
You didn't say anything about the mirror.
Because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't.
Can you two stop arguing? It's stressful enough in here without all of this extra noise.
I care about whether I'm being lied to.
As do I. I'm not lying to you.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a second ago.
Now it's gone. Yet another thing in here playing tricks on us. I hate this place.
Ugh. This whole cabin is different from last time.
Very different. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. So focus up.
Okay, I don't actually know whether I'll ever want to come back to this or not. But you never know.
Are we really doing this without a weapon? You know she has one, right?
Once again, I'd like to remind you that she's unarmed. But you're right, this would be a lot easier if you had the blade. I hope you know what you're doing. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what must once have been stairs. The fractured slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall. The air seeping up from below has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood. And you can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below.
That's right, scraping. I told you she has something, I told you.
That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you to get out of your head. Her grating voice carries up the stairs.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
There is something so wrong with that voice.
Yeah, she thinks she's better than us, like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time.
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view, her sharp eyes following you from across the room. I wonder if she remembers us.
Finally, somebody! Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
Come on now, we're not falling for that, are we? She's trying to trick us, but she can't hide that threatening edge to her voice. She just wants us to get close, to let our guard down.
Exactly. She sounds threatening because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here.
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
I know you have a knife. I'll let you out of here if you drop it.
A knife? What are you talking about? I don't have a knife. Where would I keep a knife? And why would I stab you to death? I don't know you. You haven't given me a reason to stab you to death. It would be so silly of me to cut you open and look at your insides.
Okay, I could have sworn we didn't mention stabbing anyone to death. Sounds like she's really out for blood. Fortunately for you, she isn't armed.
Prove it then. Prove that you don't have a knife.
It would be so much easier to prove that I do have a sharp object. I could just show it to you. But I don't have one, so I can't.
The princess smiles as she pulls her hands from behind her back.
But look at this! Hands! Hands that don't have anything in them to stab you with!
Her smile stretches into an even wider grin as she shakes her sleeves.
And empty sleeves, too! Look at how few stabbing implements I have. It's practically zero.
What if you're just hiding them somewhere secret?
I've shown you all of my hiding spots. What kind of princess do you think I am? I would never hide something sharp somewhere secret. Wait, that sounds like I'm lying, but I'm actually not. My secret zones are for me, only they have nothing to do with you or my intention to not stab you to death the second you get close to me.
Her smile drops for a moment, her expression sharp and flat.
I assure you, there's nothing hidden there.
I'm inclined to believe her on that one. She seems serious. Of course, but that doesn't mean that she doesn't have something hidden somewhere. We know for a fact she's armed.
Look, I know that you're mad at me. We just need to let bygones be bygones.
But I'm not mad at you, so please stop standing so far out of reach.
I have absolutely zero doubts that she is going to stab us if we get close to her. She certainly feels threatening. Just because she's acting like she's going to stab you doesn't mean she has the means to actually do it. But you know who has the capacity to quickly arm himself? You do. So stop second-guessing yourself, go upstairs, take the blade, and do your job. But I'm nervous. All the more reason to jump into the deep end and deal with her right now before you waste any more time getting stuck in your head.
I imagine that she's going to chase after us if we do try to go get the knife, but I don't have a weapon. Isn't that a sign of goodwill?
Yes! Yes, of course! Haven't you seen that I've only been nice to you since you got here?
Has she? Her words have been fine, but her general attitude's been weird and extremely suspicious. And I think that's what really counts. This shouldn't even be a question. She absolutely has not been nice to you.
Nobody has to die.
Of course not. At least not now, because you're here to save me. But you'll have to come close.
How many more times does she have to vaguely threaten you before you finally decide you're ready to deal with her? We're clearly still figuring out our angle. We don't have the luxury of watching this from a distance. Oh, I'm sorry, do you think I'm in a position of luxury right now? You're acting like you are. My entire world is at risk, and maybe you should behave with a little more humility. A bit of self-deprecation would go a long way, you know. I have my dignity, fine, and will continue to treat you exactly how you deserve to be treated.
Okay, what are you going to do if I let you out?
All sorts of things, which is why I think that's a great idea. I would love to not be chained up down here. Being chained up is so boring, and I crave fresh and new activities to broaden my horizons.
Please don't let her out of here. Believe it or not, I think I'm actually with him on this. Okay, but what if all of this is just a misunderstanding? There has to be room for this to be a misunderstanding.
Activities like stabbing or cutting or murdering?
Yes, I mean, maybe. I've never done any of those things, but there is something alluring about the sound of it. I think it would also be fun to do other activities like look at a bird or touch a tree.
Okay, now listen. You're not actually buying this, are you? Listen. Yes, I would like to look at a bird. You can look at a bird later. If we look at a bird now, we wouldn't have to be here. He has a point. Just make a decision already.
Ooh. See, part of me wants to goad her, wants to bore her into cutting herself free, but also I would like to see the empty cup route again. Let me see, is there anything that could be interesting down here? No, it looks like we got about everything. All that's missing is this one. Whatever.
Of course I won't.
Against your better judgment, you walk across... I don't like the way you said within arm's reach. You hear the horrible sound of metal slicing through meat. Whose meat? Not ours, right? Hers, at first, then yours. Your neck, specifically. You collapse to the ground, your vision swimming as you attempt to focus on her bloody blade and the limp sack of flesh that was once her arm.
You're going to die now.
And with a quick jerk of her elbow, she does just that. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh, that was certainly productive, wasn't it? Till next time, guys, take care, I'll see you all around.
You're on a path in the woods. No, fuck that. If we're gonna have to keep doing this over and over and over again, we're not starting in that goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking cabin.